Welcome to Hanging Out with Robert, that's me. This video is composed of things that I tinkered with throughout the day. For step-by-step detailed instructions of those tasks, you could click on the links in the comment section below. This video should contain tips and tricks of things that I've learned throughout the year. Now, I only plan on leaving this video posted for about 30 days. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much for watching.
Back to the red block, baby. Check a couple things out. Gear shifter's not working right. Also, speedometer wasn't working. So I'm going to take this gear shift area apart, take a close look at this piece here, see if I can swap it out with one from another vehicle that popped up in the garage, in the junkyard. So, to get access to this shifter area under here, what you have to do is, that is some kind of broken. Pop this, well heck, this whole thing is loose. Pop this little metal clip up here on the older cars that has a split in it. Then take these two screws out here, they're T25s, and you should be able to work this up in a way so that you can see what's going on under there. So let me go ahead, unscrew these, pop that loose, see what's going on under there. The other thing that I'm working on is the speedometer and odometer wasn't working until I started tinkering around with it. I messed with the sensor in the back and I smacked the dash. I don't know what fixed it. So I'm going to drive it around. If it doesn't work, I'm going to smack the dash. If it starts working after I smack the dash, then I know the cluster's bad. I'm diagnosing a problem that I think is something broken in the shifter mechanism, but the car comes out of park without you putting your foot on the brake, and it will not go back in the park unless the ignition is on, you got your foot on the brake, and you got this override button pushed. You cannot get it into park. So I think something's broke down there. I'm going to take this trim off to take a look at what kind of mechanism it has. Maybe I could swap one out from a car out at the junkyard. Pulled that clip off, pulled those two screws out. This should lift up out of here. There it is. That's the shifter assembly, and it is quite different than the assembly that I've seen in the junkyard, I think. It looks like it may have the same bucket assembly down there. I don't know how to... Got some wires broken down here. I don't know where they go to. Got that thing there. It looked like it may have the same bucket. I'm going to look under the unit, see if I see anything that looks the same. If so, I might try to swap it with an older one. I think there's one from a 92 out there. I don't know how to get this up and out without breaking it. Oh, I just got a clip to pop loose. Some of this stuff looks a little different than the one that's in the junkyard. Shift handle just pulls up and off. That's evidently not on there right. So here's the shift lock override. I guess it's supposed to stick down in there somehow. And it's got a cable assembly there. See if I could get it back in park by fooling with that. Okay, with the car on, when you push on the brake, there should be an electrical signal to come down here to allow this to move down so you can put the car in park. However, that's not working, and when you push down on that, it moves that cable forward and allows you to go into park. So something is broken in there. Let me see if I can find one of these in the salvage yard. But I don't think I actually have one. This thing here, even the front of this is broken. This hole here clips on these two things here, and then this fits in the back of this down here somehow, and then the button goes in there. I have no idea what this wire here is for, so let me see if I can figure this out. Porky, try to get this button back in here. The one I seen at the junkyard yesterday, I do not think will work. It's a 92 or 93 model. And this goes down on top of the shifter somehow. I don't know if it goes that way or if it actually goes inside there. That actually looks and feels better. Let me put this back down on here. There we go. Let me take it for a ride, see if I get the odometer and stuff working. Here it didn't work, then it started working again, so let me see if we can count a mile with this thing. It will not go into park, so I had to push this down and force it into park. This. Let me go see what I can find in the salvage yard that may resemble this thing. How disappointing. I didn't realize it said this car runs. I think my guy needs this light. Let me see if he wants it. In this video, I'm going to be removing a left front fender from a Honda Accord. This is a 2001 model. Check the comments for the generation it applies to. You're going to need to take the bumper off or get it loose, because on the front side, you got a 10 millimeter here, probably a 10 millimeter here, 10 millimeter here, and then you got a 10 millimeter here up top, 2, 3 along the top. Let me get those out and then go from there. Flash guard loose. You got a screw there, a pin there, a pin there, a pin there, a pin there, and 3 Phillips or 2 Phillips screws there. So these pins, you may be able to pull them out with your finger or with a clip puller, but take them out like that. Got a 10 millimeter there, and it looks like I got to go down under this rocker panel. Probably a 10 millimeter down there. Let me get those 2 and let you know. Pulled the screws out of here. Now I can see that there is a 10 millimeter under the rocker panel. I got a problem with the junkyard support being under there. So I'm going to try to pry the rocker panel down here so I can get at that 10 millimeter behind there. Okay, I did get that loose. Let me see if I can maneuver this out. Okay, I got another screw here and a screw here. Let me get those 2 loose. I forgot about it. And there you have it. It is off. In this video, I'm going to be removing the shift cables from this Saturn. I believe it's a 2002 S-Series. Has a standard transmission. So we're going to take the center console loose, take the shift cables loose from up here, go inside the engine bay, take them loose from the transmission, and then remove them through the firewall. What I do is take the center console loose, find screws maybe down in there, take off the screws on both sides over here. These panels are already removed, so you'll have to figure that out and go from there. Screws here. Maybe lean the seat up a little bit to get at them both sides. Those 6 screws removed, the console come up, disconnect the wire to your cigarette lighter, move the console out of the way. Next I'm going to pull this bracket loose here, looks like a 10 millimeter, and figure out a way to get these loose here. Pop the cables off of the shifter there. You got one there, one over there. Let me see how these come off without damaging them. I pulled that bracket off with a 10mm. Now that cable's loose. And I pried the cable off the linkage with a trim clip puller. So I got the other side. Look like I'll have to get this one from the other side as well. Let me see if I could get it in this way and pry it off of there. I got this other cable loose, pushing this toward the passenger side, getting my trim puller, jamming it under there, forcing it off. Trim here off. Now I have to pull this carpet back, see if there's a nut or something under there that I'll have to take loose, because the cables are going through right there, through the fire. You got this insulation stuff, so I'm gonna cut it away with my knife. There's my knife there, razor work too. I don't see any hardware. It's probably just pushed through the firewall with that clip. So let me go under the hood, take the cables loose from the transmission. Under the brake booster, I see a cable with a clip on top, and then about 3 inches under there, I see a cable with a clip under it. So let me pull those quick release clips and get those cables dangling. So all you do is lift up on that tab and slide them off. I pulled both of those clips off and unhook the cables from the linkages. Now I'm going to go under the car and see where they go through the firewall, see if there's something I need to release to get them to start going through the firewall. Yeah, speed sensor or something here, and then you see a cable there, the other cable's there. There's a clip that's holding those cables into the bracket on the transmission. So those will definitely need to be pulled. And then here is where the cable goes through the firewall. So I gotta figure out if this plug comes into the car or out of the car. I can't tell right now the way it is, so I'll have to mess with it for a couple of seconds. Here past this heater hose, you can see the clip that holds the cables into the transmission. So I'm going to pry those clips up and get those out of the transmission. That flat thing there is what I'm going to have to pry up on. So I went under the vehicle, I pulled the cables toward the passenger side about 1 inch, and then I unhooked them from the brackets. So now the cables are hanging down under the car, and I'm going to go inside. I'm trying to figure out if they should go into the car or come out into the engine bay. Turned out to be easier for me to work the gasket in than to pop it out. So I'm pulling them in through the driver's side, and that's how I got them through the firewall. And there they are. Just do the reverse, putting them back in. 740 need the window regulator. The door is damaged, so it's jammed up a little bit. I don't know if I'm gonna get this out of here or not. I'm gonna activate the motor with my jump box. As you guys may remember, my jump box cable ends broke. I found these on eBay. You get them from Florida, maybe California, 12 bucks, or you can order them from China for $4 and either wait 4 days or 4 months for them. Cable, the pin broke, and then the arm snapped. I don't even know how it happened. I wasn't roughhousing it or nothing. So let me see if I get this window to come down a little bit and go from there. Well, I couldn't get that motor to work on that 740, so I came over to this 940, and they riveted the window regulator in on the 940. So I'm not getting a window regulator. I'm gonna get out of here, go eat lunch. Almost dinner time. Gonna cap off the day making my pound cake. 7-Up pound cake like my mom makes. Takes a little while to mix it, man. Don't make no sense to me, but we'll see the final product. Yeah, boy. Ready to drop it in the bun. Sprayed the bun up with this so it comes out nice. Even got a picture of a pound cake on there. Let me go ahead and pour this, slide it in the oven. 325. Yes. While my timer counts down 75 minutes. The eagle has landed. Whoa. That thing rose out of there. Looks a little brown there. Let me get this thing out of here. So, something went wrong. Either my oven temperature is off, or something went wrong in my mixing process. Let me see if this thing is still preheated at 325.
If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.